Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. Excuse the noises, life is going on. People are cutting grass and whatnot. But anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about a heavy one. This is a big one, so I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet and hit all the main topics. This is dealing with a narcissist, okay? Yes. So, first of all, let me tell you what a narcissist is. A narcissist is an extremely self-centered person who has an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Also, a narcissist can also be a person who is overly concerned with his or her physical appearance. Yeah. So with that being said, I bet a lot of y'all didn't know you were a narcissist, huh? If you too into how you look, if you can't go somewhere, if you don't have the latest outfit, if you have to keep up with the Joneses all the time, with your appearance, with the trends, that's all you care about is going to the gym and working out. Yes, health is important. Health is very important, don't get me wrong. But if you are like obsessed with your physical appearance, that's all you literally worry about, boo-boo, you're a narcissist. I'm sorry to say it. Hold your hand. It's okay. It's okay. I can honestly admit, at one point in time, I was getting there. I used to be very, very self-centered. I will say that. When I was younger, back in my younger days, when I just knew I was the shit, I was very self-centered. But life has a way of humbling you. Life has a way of humbling you. Back then, I was very into religion. So, I just felt like God had to bring me down a notch or two a few times. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I realized what it was. I knew I was too into myself. I changed that. I didn't want to be an I person, because what started happening was I started going around other people and I started noticing when they were narcissists. Like, damn, we having a conversation and I haven't got a word in. Everything is just about you. It's you, I. And I was like, ooh, is that how I be sounding? Is that how I sound? That's horrible. I was like, oh, no. So that made me reevaluate myself, because you have to realize that you are a reflection to people of themselves, which may cause them to love you or hate you. And also they can be a reflection towards you. That's why the saying, you are who you hang with, is so true. So damn true. When my mom used to say that shit when I was younger, I used to be like, here we go. Here we fucking go. This old school ass Jamaican lady don't know what she talking about. I am myself. I am me. I'm not my friend. Don't judge my people and stuff. But then, I really started realizing, once I really started getting some business by myself, I became a mother young. I became a mom at 17. So I didn't have the luxury to just bullshit and stuff. And I started realizing when people only really cared about themselves, even when you have shit going on and you trying to do something and they don't give a fuck. They want you to take the time out to hear about them. Look at them. Give them some attention. It always got to be all eyes on them. Lights, camera, action all the time. They damn narcissists. It is what it is, boo. You's a narcissist. Anywho, also too, I wrote me some notes. That's why I'm looking down. Cause I had to come give y'all the good food today. Yes. So anyway, so how they might try to make you feel. A narcissist will try to make you feel like you don't appreciate them, guilty. They always try to play with your emotions and stuff. Like, everything is always like a verbal manipulation of sorts. And that is just crazy. It's crazy. Because no matter what you're talking about, if it's not directly on them, they will call out something just for you to give them praise about it. If you're telling them about something you accomplished or something you want to do or idea or endeavor or something, instead of listening, no, they're just listening to respond, to say something, that's going to bring it back to them, basically. And how their patterns and their speeches, like I said, they're very manipulative. Very manipulative. Everything is like them talking in circles. They can't give you straight answers about certain things. They're very like dodgy, like in and out sometimes. But whenever they're in, it's all about them. See what I'm saying? And it's like they may come in a rush or a storm or a frenzy, or it's like some type of something going on when they come in to where you can't focus and talk about the problem or the issue that you had going on, because it's like an emergency or some drama going on or some type of situation where instead you're concerned about them, like, oh my God, are you okay? It's a fucking narcissist, boo. It's a narcissist. Okay? They will always try to manipulate you. And that's how you could tell when they are narcissists. Also, you could tell when somebody is a narcissist because they are very into themselves, very into themselves. And whenever you try to talk to them about something, they will direct your attention to their physical appearance as well. Or they'll try to use sex to distract you, or they'll try to use sex to control you, or they'll try to use their body or their looks to distract you or control you and stuff like that. Or they'll try to throw other people in using their looks or whatever, or their appeal to distract you. Typical narcissist 101, boo. I bet a lot of y'all is thinking about some people you know right now, huh? I know, sis. It's okay. It's okay, boo-boo. I'm going to help you. Okay. So, I wrote something very important. When someone knows they're a narcissist, they will try to hide it, but they will be unable to, okay? They'll never change. They'll never change. They will never change. They will always find a way to make you assume guilt about something, especially when you are getting clued on to the fact that they're a narcissist. Because most narcissists can hide it for a really long time. You can be with somebody for years and not know they're a narcissist, boo. Trust me. Because they be so good with it. They be so smooth with it. And it's just until you notice the pattern that you be like, oh, shit. This nigga a narcissist. Trust me, it happened to me. It happened to me. And also, too, what that ties into is generational curses. Because what I also realized was, with me personally, I realized that I had a habit of dating fuckboys. Those were my favorites. My favorites. So, your choice of the trash selections, right? But, fuckboys are narcissists, right? But then also, too, it made me realize, okay, my dad is a narcissist, which is why we don't get along, right? So you see the pattern. When I said learned behaviors or observed behaviors, as far as going with generational curses and stuff like that, it leads into stuff like that. Boom, shakalaka, epiphany. So once I realized that, I was like, oh no, this here has to change. I started making myself aware of the patterns. I started taking mental notes because, you don't want to just jump to a conclusion that somebody is being a narcissist just because a situation may be going on to where they require a lot of attention or they demand a lot of attention from you at that time. It might really be a situation where they need all your attention or they need all the shine, and it's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about when you start noticing the pattern all the time. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Trust you me. The artful dodgers of life, the manipulators, right? The inconsistent ones who can never just be stable and consistent unless it's about them. Those ones, when it's not, they're not as easy to get a hold of, right? So, yeah, I told you about the generational curses and how those link in with the narcissist. and the behaviors, because you get used to those type of behaviors. If you have a parent also that's a narcissist, you will get used to those type of behaviors by accident. You won't even realize it. You might really be adverse to those behaviors. You might say, okay, I really don't like the way my parent is, and I don't want to deal with it, or I'm not going to deal with my parent and stuff. But unbeknownst to you, you're so used to those behaviors that you seek people out that have those behaviors. Or because you're so used to dealing with someone who had that behavior so closely, you show a narcissist when they meet you. They're like, oh yes, I can definitely work with this person. I can tweak this person because they're definitely narcissist compatible. How they act, very passive aggressive. I can just do whatever. They're very helpful, over helpful. They're very loving and giving. Let me tell you, people with big hearts, they are the biggest prey of narcissists. People with big hearts. And it's not you. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're a pussy. Whether you're a male or a female, that's not what it means at all. It means that that person is a piece of shit. That's what that means. Okay? Because you should never exploit anybody's love or kindness ever. Alrighty? Only narcissists do that, and manipulators. And they want the same. So, but the thing is, what also helps them a lot of times in relationships, what helps a narcissist to stay in that relationship tends to be what they're narcissistic about. If it's themselves, their looks, their appearance, that's what they use to stay in the relationship. If it's their sex, that's what they use to stay in the relationship. That's what they'll use to control you. Those two together are a deadly combination and will have a bitch tied the fuck up for years, honey. Okay? But, yeah, don't stay because of what they look like. Don't do it. Don't stay because of the potential that you see. Stay because of what they show you. Once they are aware that they are a narcissist, if they are not aware, if you see them taking actions to change, if you see them changing, because sometimes people don't realize things about themselves until later on in life. Sometimes people don't tell people things that they realize about them, so they think everything is okay. Once they're made aware of it and they make a change, don't hold it against them forever. You got to learn how to let go, move on, forgive, definitely forgive. But there are some people who know that they are narcissists. They know. And those especially are the ones that will never change. Never. Ever. Okay? Okay. And the ones who know that they are narcissists, you know how you can tell that they know they're narcissists? Because whenever you're about to catch them up on their bullshit, they'll disappear. They will disappear. Or they'll try to start an argument or something, or bring up some old shit that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic. Y'all could be talking about some serious shit, and they'll go back and bring up the dumbest minor bullshit to try to throw you off, or they'll try to deflect back to you. Okay? You're the one that's tripping. You're crazy. Something's wrong with you. They start talking about you crazy. I'm telling you. But you're not crazy. You are not crazy, sir. You are not crazy, ma'am. You are not. They are just fucked up. Okay? So you have to recognize these signs. You have to recognize these traits, these patterns, these speeches. Okay? And they will lead you on. A narcissist will lead you on. Definitely. Because they always want you to be like panting after them, hungry for them, wanting them. They always want to feel like the star, it in your life, the heartthrob that you lust after. So they'll come in and they'll just be like Prince Charming, or, you know what I'm saying, your dream lady, or whatever the fuck dudes be thinking about. I don't know. And then they'll take it back real quick, withdraw, make you chase them so that you come looking like, hey, what happened? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So you be all over them. But don't nothing be wrong. They just want some attention, some extra attention, instead of coming to be like, hey, I want some attention. Right? And then they'll take it back. In and out. In and out. Back. For the, Y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway. Y'all gotta excuse me, you know, I got a little short ass attention span and whatnot. But anywho, you get the point of what I'm saying.